Welcome. In today's video, we're diving into NEC 110.13a, a section of the National Electrical Code that's all about how electrical equipment like circuit breakers, outlets, switches, and panels should be mounted and secured to the surface where they are installed. Let's break it down and understand why it's so important to make sure electrical equipment is securely mounted and the risks if it is not. NEC 110.13a focuses on how electrical equipment must be firmly secured to the structure it's installed on, whether it's a panel on a wall or an outlet in a ceiling. This part of the code ensures that the equipment doesn't shift, move, or become damaged over time. The key goal here is safety, ensuring that electrical equipment stays in place and functions safely without risks of damage. In simpler terms, electrical equipment must be securely attached to the surface to prevent any shifting or damage, which could cause problems like disconnected wires, short circuits, or even fire hazards. So why was this rule created? Well, the primary reason for this rule is to ensure safety. If electrical equipment isn't mounted properly, it could shift, causing wires to disconnect, which can lead to electric shocks or short circuits. It could fall off the wall surface, creating fire hazards or damaging the equipment. In short, this rule makes sure everything is mounted, keeping you and the equipment safe from potential accidents. Now let's break down the key points of NEC 110.13a. Firmly secured to the surface. When installing electrical equipment, it is critical that the equipment is secured to the surface, whether it's the wall, ceiling, or any other structure. The equipment needs to stay exactly where it's supposed to be, and that means using the right fasteners to hold it in place, such as screws, bolts, or anchors. If the equipment isn't secured properly, it could shift or move, causing the connections to loosen. It could fall or get knocked out of place, damaging both the equipment and the wiring. The goal here is to make sure everything stays stable and secure. One key rule in 110.13a is that wooden plugs should never be used to secure electrical equipment when mounting in tough materials like masonry, brick or stone, concrete, or plaster. So why is that? It's because wooden plugs aren't as durable as metal fasteners. Over time, wood can shrink, warp, or even disintegrate. This means that the equipment could become loose and eventually fall or get damaged. Wood just doesn't provide the strength and durability needed for secured mounting of electrical equipment, especially when exposed to things like moisture or wear and tear. So why is it so important to properly secure equipment and avoid wooden plugs? Here's why. Secure mounting prevents equipment from shifting or falling, reducing the risk of electrical failures or hazards like fires or shocks. Using strong, reliable fasteners like metal anchors or screws ensures that the equipment stays in place for a long time and doesn't loosen. Using wooden plugs in hard surfaces like masonry or concrete is a safety hazard because they won't provide enough holding power, leading to potential accidents. Let's say you hire an electrician to install a breaker panel on your wall. Here's how 110.13a applies. Firm mounting. The electrician ensures the panel is securely attached to the proper fasteners for the wall type. For example, if the wall is concrete, they will use concrete screws or anchors to hold the panel in place. This prevents the panel from shifting or falling over time. No wooden plugs. If the wall is made of brick or concrete, the electrician won't use wooden plugs. Instead, they will use metal anchors or strong screws designed for masonry. Wooden plugs simply won't hold up in tough materials like concrete, and they can create serious risks of the panel becoming loose. By following 110.13a, the electrical panel is securely mounted, reducing the chances of it moving, falling, or getting damaged, keeping your system safe and reliable. To put it simply, 110.13a ensures that electrical equipment is properly secured to the surface where it's installed. The equipment must be firmly mounted using strong, reliable fasteners to prevent it from shifting or falling. Here's a quick rundown. No wooden plugs. They're just not strong enough to securely mount electrical equipment, especially in tough surfaces like concrete or masonry. Secure mounting keeps equipment safe, functional, and operational for a long time. By following this rule, electricians ensure that the electrical system stays safe, stable, and well maintained. So that's a wrap on NEC 110.13a. This rule is all about making sure electrical equipment is firmly and securely mounted, preventing safety risks or loose connections, equipment falling, or short circuits. It is a simple yet essential rule to make sure that your electrical system stays safe and functional.